This team is flat out pathetic. They've now lost 3 straight. They fall to 2-8 in their last 10 games. And they are now 15-18 on the season as they lose 9-3 to the Washington Nationals today. 9-3. Well, I didn't realize, you know who picked up the win for the Nationals today? I believe former Toronto Blue Jay, Jacob Barnes. And people are going to be like, who? Yeah, he pitched in 2021 for the Blue Jays through 10 innings, was awful, and he picks up the win. I mean, it's a win. Doesn't mean much in the big leagues, but I just thought it was an extra tidbit for today, as the Blue Jays not only allow him to win the ball game, Corbin Burns. Okay. Blue Jay fans, if you watched my previous video, you saw what I talked about when it comes to Corbin Burns, how he has been downright horrific. Downright horrific for so long. He has been really bad for the last 4 years. And he throws a quality start against you today. What are we doing here? The Blue Jays scored 3 runs early, right? Top of the second inning, Dalton Varsho hits a 2-run double, scoring Schneider and Jansen, and George Springer hits a sacrifice fly, and you're up 3-0 early. And then your bats go to sleep. Against Corbin freaking Burns, man. One of the worst qualified starters in baseball, and he's able to throw a quality start against you. And John Schneider, again, I've said it many times before, I don't believe he is the root of the problem for this team. Is he helping this case? Helping the team? Probably not. But he is starting to feel the heat. And this is what he said post-game. As Keegan Matheson tweets out, John Schneider was upset with how the Blue Jays handled Patrick Corbin after the early runs. And here's the quote. You can't let guys off the hook. Whether it's Corbin or effing Babe Ruth. It doesn't matter. Cy Young. It doesn't matter. You have to keep grinding. And they didn't. They scored no more runs. They only scored 3 runs in the ball game. Again, what else is new? And then the wheels fall off. C.J. Abrams hits an RBI single off of Yusei Kikuchi. And then the bottom of the 7th inning, Luis Garcia hits his 2nd home run of the season. A 3-run shot to give them the lead. And Eric Swanson has been unwatchable, unplayable this year. And John Schneider, after the game, has a quote about Eric Swanson. He's just leaving pitches up in the zone. I don't know if he's tipping pitches, honestly. I'm not afraid to say that publicly. He's better than what he's showing. Well, we know that last part is true. We have seen it. But what I am noticing now is tonight was the night for me that John Schneider is finally starting to get the hot seat. And he's starting to feel it. Wasn't it just a couple days ago where he was like, yeah, it's only 1 month into the season. And I think the question was, what would you tell fans about the offense? He's like, stick with us. We'll get through it. These players are great, blah, blah, blah. Few nights later, bang, he gives those 2 quotes. He is feeling the hot seat a little bit because the Blue Jays caved in and died. Nick Senzel, it's an RBI double. And then in the bottom of the 8th inning, I think, who was that off of? Genesis Cabrera. Again, I think IKF made a horrific error. But then you get a lot, the throwing error by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa scores Alex Call and former Blue Jay Riley Adams. And CJ Abram reaches on an error. Garcia scores. And it was an Ernie Clement error. 2 errors in the 8th inning. Horrific. Then Joey Meneses hits an RBI single scoring Abrams. And you're cooked. It's 9-3 Nationals. And it was over. We all knew it. Even when it went 5-3 there in the bottom half of the 7th inning, we knew it was over. But they just added on to it there in the bottom half of the 8th, scoring 4 runs in the 7th and 4 in the 8th. Offensively, you got nothing. Okay? 7 hits total. And this is the funny part. Jansen, who is your 5-hole, David Schneider's your 6. Dalton Varshall's your 7. Each guy had an extra base hit. Vladdy had an extra base hit. He had a double, but that was in the very early points of this game. I think it was his first at bat. Bo Bichette struggles again. 0 for 4 with a strikeout. George Springer, shocker. 0 for 4. Had a sac fly. That's all he did today. And now George is getting near the Mendoza line. Bo Bichette is sub 200 on the season with an OBP of 254. They are awful right now. Borderline. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say borderline. They are unwatchable right now. Yusei Kikuchi was great. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. You know, it's a CJ Abrams RBI single. Walked 1 guy and struck out 7. He was awesome. Eric Swanson doesn't get a guy out. Allows 2 hits, a walk, 3 earned runs. And that home run from Luis Garcia, it is an 85-mile-an-hour splitter right down the middle. It's a hit-me BP pitch. That's all it is. Tim Meza, not any better. Actually, in fact, I guess a little bit factually. He got 1 guy out, but he allowed 2 hits and an earned run. He was no good. Zach Pop went 2/3 of an inning, didn't allow anything. Good on him. Genesis Cabrera was pretty damn awful as well. 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 runs. Obviously, none were earned because of the comedy errors in the 8th inning. And Trevor Richards got the 1 guy out, and that was it. This team is an embarrassment to watch. They are unwatchable. We already knew the offense was no fun. And now seeing them get beat down, you lost 5 of 7 to the Kansas City Royals, who again, they must be a good team this year. And the Nationals, who with their win today is a 500 ball club. And you get your ass kicked. With Patrick Corbin on the mound. Guy going into play today with an ERA near 7 in over 30 innings of work. He has been awful. And you made him look great as Patrick Corbin goes 6 innings of 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, again, all in 1 inning. You take away that other inning, he went 5 shutout innings against the Blue Jays. That is no good. It is downright no freaking good. And guess what? They play tomorrow because it's baseball. 4:05 first pitch in D.C. Kevin Gausman versus, was that Jake Irvin? And Jake Irvin, I don't care. I mean, this team actually just might not be very good. I'm getting to the point where they just might not be good at all. Pitching staff's fine. They'll keep you in a ball game. But it gets to a point where everyone has to be so perfect on the mound and in the field that when an error does occur, it seems like it's over. No, I'm done. You know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game today because it absolutely sucked, complete donkey. Anyway, I'm not going to finish that statement. You guys can put it all together. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from the game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night. Game 7, TD Garden, Bruins, 8 p.m. puck drop. Oh, God, here we go. Hoping for a different result than usual. All right, we'll talk to you guys post-game then. And as for the Blue Jays, God, I mean, I'll be here. Doing the video before the Leaf game starts. The Jays Nationals, 4:05 first pitch. Gausman, Irvin. Let's see what happens.